So, yeah, part 13 in the Godwyn Run. I've actually forgot where we stopped exploring. So we were almost done with the East Coast, I think. Just want to check the ruins to be sure. Okay, yes, we've already been here. Hey, Nox. Does it say we are Godwyn or does it say Godwyn Run? I hope I haven't confused the titles. Blah. I'm pretty fine so far. I'm now definitely convinced that the oh, Night Cavalry. ice spear. This is an interesting one. Skill of warriors who served Lunar Princess Rani. I just realized that the the sigil got some purple in it. Looks interesting. It even looks like it's also in this one. Yeah, Nox, but in general I'm fine, I'm good. Here in my area the sun comes out again and we get really nice weather today, and it's definitely brighten up my mood. Yeah. So I think I've even been here already. Yeah, okay, I think we've done everything here. Yeah, then let's check out the west coast, I guess. I think that was the plan. But what about you, Nox? Just tired, or are you fine? How was your day? Have I been here already? Yeah. Yeah, I've been here. Okay. Exploring the lake is sometimes really confusing because everything looks so similar. We have Fire Monk. About a camp of them. Oh, that's a bat. Golden excrement. And a Taria leaf. Where the hell did they come from? Oh, I still have the holy skill on it. Fire Monk's Prayer Book. Sneaky little bastards. So the scenery looks more like a... what is it called? A robbery? Or like an... yeah. I mean they even placed some aristocrat over here. What do we have here? Ballista bolt? Jesus Christ, they are incredibly rare. And I hate that Factstra Life, for example, isn't really accurate and complete with those. Because, as far as I know, they are not noted on the two interactive maps I know online. And they are not listed on Factstra Life as well. How many did I just picked up? Was it 5? I think it was 5. Yeah, it was 5. Because I already had 5, so... there's the other 5. And I thought this would... I thought it was the only place where ballista bolts are placed. The first 5 are placed directly in front of the Stormvale gate. And was it just one? Or did I kill 2 of them? I killed 2 of them. Or was one of them already dead? Ah, I can't remember. I have to rewatch my stream. Probably. Okay, but this looks definitely, especially because they placed a... yeah, such a puppet. It's just is the ballista associated to Radagon? Yeah, I would say so, but not because of the ballista bolts, but because of the hand ballista. Yeah, so far, I would associate the hand ballista with Radagon, because I think there is a little microcosm or parallel exactly at the location where you find the hand ballista, and in this one, in the Forest Lookout Tower. And as I interpret the whole region it seems to parallel the events where Radagon, yeah, in some way slaughtered an entire army, the Tarnished, as I told the story. And the Hand Ballista tells of a story, or says something like that it can be used to face an entire army alone or to storm a castle. So it fits this, not only the description but also the environment seems to parallel the events, so, and it fits really well. So when it comes to facing an entire army alone or to raid a castle, it makes sense that 5 of the ballista bolts are placed right in front of the Stormveil gate. But I thought it was the only place in the entire game, actually. So now I'm a little bit surprised that that we have 5 ballista bolts over here as well. And it's probably just a little nod to what it might mean. So, and in this little, this little scenery looked more like a robbery, because we had these Vulgar Militia, and yeah, and From Software even placed this dead corpse here as an additional detail for some reason. So it seems like a little, like a scenery of a robbery or some sort of. And maybe the ballista bolts are just, maybe they carry the meaning of someone and killing some other guys. I don't know. That's what I would think. Because they are incredibly rare, as far as I know. And I thought, but the ballista bolts are only placed in one location in the entire game, because on Fextra Life, for example, there's only one place. They listed. There's only one place they were mentioning where it's placed. Yeah. Militia? What? What did I say? I mean, it could even be that there's this is still connected to the scenery over there, because we have the same enemies. So 5 hand ballista, Vulgar militia. Oh, militia. Okay, now I got you, Andrew. Thanks. Militia. Militia. Yeah. In German, it's pronounced very differently. In German, you would say Vulgar Militia. Or Miliz. Vulgar Miliz, I think. Whatever. We have gold-tinged excrement. More gold-tinged excrement. May I ask, are they Are the Vulgar militia even using the kukri? I mean, they dropped them, but I don't know if I have even seen one of them use them. Maybe I have to trigger them throwing these by standing far away, but yeah. Is that it over here? Could it also be that this entire areas maybe have to be interpreted together? So we had the Fire Monk's Prayer Book with O Flame and Surge of Flame. Oh no, I would like to know what kind of descriptions there are in now. So let's go further. Some sheeps. Wait. Huh? Have I already beaten him? Oh yeah, I did. Okay. I made a break, and now I can't remember everything where I've already been. Especially because I was lore researching and checked some of this area. Yeah, the hand ballista quite intriguing now. The ballista bolts, I mean, that I just found. Oh yeah, I've been here.
Back again, are we? Not everyone can tell how good my wares are. You've a discerning eye, you have.
Sometimes when they say we have a discerning eye, I think it might be an illusion that we are some strong being containing a lot of grace. It's really interesting because even the Iron Minial and Night Rain is seem to contain some of these illusions. Where he's saying we have a discerning eye. What does discerning mean? Doesn't it mean just like something really special or good or something like this? Having good judgment. Oh, okay. I'm still wondering if even the lantern might have some some relevance. When it comes to hidden illusions or so. Okay, next let's check the... Let's search the albinoid woman. Where is she? Oh, I just realized that we have... They even placed those crystals just only in front of this cave. Like, additionally... But when it comes to the word discerning, does it literally mean having good judgment, or is it more like a metaphorical thing? I'm just wondering if it might be used as a double meaning, you know? You have to look up the meaning. Okay. I might have mentioned it already. But these chests are kind of rare. Because these chests only appear in caves or areas where you also have one of those spectral candle trees, which are spawning some kind of ghost or spirit that leads you to this place. So somewhere outside there's a spectral candle tree which leads you to this cave, and therefore you also have one of these chests in this area. I'm still wondering what the items inside of it are referring to, because these are not really incredible special items. I think they are just coding the whole area with some meaning. So in this case, We get an Ataria leaf. I'm still not sure what this might mean. You already have the short list of what those items all hold. I know that in the Earth Boar Cave, for example, and Weeping Peninsula, I almost remember them all. In the Earth Boar Cave and Weeping Peninsula, for example, there are 3 pickled turtlenecks inside of it. And this one is the Ataria leaf. In the jail cave is a rune arc. The same goes for the, I think it's called Albinoric Rise in Consecrated Snowfield. There's also one chest with a rune arc inside of it. And there's one, the Lakeside Crystal Cave in Leonia, northeast. And got the Sambath Missing Stone. I have to think about where the others are right now. Yeah. But the items are not really special if you look at them just yeah, what they are in general, but for those who know my approach and how I see things, they probably carry some symbolic meaning inside of them. So the question is, what is From Software associating with these items? And I'm still not sure with the Ataria leaf. Hefty beast bone. I actually thought the Ataria leaf might be connected to Godfrey or Horalu in some way, but I'm not sure. Though we have some demi-humans here, which might be a reference to some Tarnished, maybe. But we also have the Spear Talisman here. My suspicion is that maybe Maybe the Spear Talisman and the Terra Leaves and the 3 hefty Beast Bone are referring to maybe as well that, the circumstances regarding Radagon slaughtering the Tarnished, because the hefty Beast Bone might be associated with Radagon, and we get a Bad Omen, a Terra Leaf maybe, Godfrey Association, the demi-humans associated with the Tarnished, but yeah, it's incredibly vague. It's just speculation, but the Spear Talisman is quite interesting though. I'm still wondering why they depicted a soldier. And I think, I'm not entirely sure, but I think it's one of Godric's soldiers. I know. Yeah. It's the line, they made it possible to respond to a ferocious foe with an equally ferocious counterattack. So that's the line that I think is truly interesting. Because it seems like the spear is symbolic for a counterattack. But the mentioning of a ferocious foe and a ferocious counterattack is quite interesting. It might be a reference regarding the circumstances of Godfrey's and Radagon's like conflict they have. You know, because yeah. Hey Tutu, the balance has turned into a Ethereal Leaf for the big nuke attack. Do they? Do they look like an Ethereal Leaf? The Everdark Balancers? I was also thinking about the possibility that the Altera leaf is symbolic for anger, or for for anger, maybe. Boiling blood, you know, like being some kind of rage. It's something I still consider. So, how do I get down here? There. I have to admit, I haven't fought the Everdark Balancers yet. It's so much work to get there. So we got 1, 2, 3 of those crystals. You know, I always thought this room was really strange. It doesn't fit anything else we have in this cave. We got demi-humans above us, and this area contained chairs and like weapons of soldiers. It doesn't fit the entire design, in my opinion, of this cave, because it does not look like we have there are no soldiers in this cave, as far as I know. it's just that the symbolic meaning of anger would be a more general meaning. And yeah, maybe less fascinating. I thought it would be more interesting if we can also link that Terralift to a specific character. It might tell us a bit more, but might be not the case in the end. Okay, so if we just consider that the area above us with the demi-humans, the Ataria Leaf, the Spear Talisman might reference the circumstances where the Tarnish got slaughtered. And yeah, and their souls kind of return to the Earth Tree. Maybe this room is a reference to the Tarnish as soldiers. And the whole crystal thing, it might be a reference to the Elden Beast, I don't know. And I have to say, I was a bit intrigued by those chairs. I'm definitely convinced that there is something to the chairs in the catacombs. But here we are in one of the caves, so I don't know if they also have a meaning in the cave here, but it's just incredibly random that they put those chairs and this wooden floor and those spears and weapons inside of this cave. It doesn't make any sense with the demi-humans or crystal snakes, etc. But let's see what we have here. Oh, a throwing dagger. Oh. Charanoia sets in, yeah. Do you know in which place we have the most chairs? Do you know in which room the most chairs are placed? Make a guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we got another item. Golden Rune 5. I think this is one of the Earth Tree runes. Yeah. Oh, yes, that's good. Ah, there are different kind of chairs. The chairs in the catacombs are, in general, these here. The room with the most chairs, I think, I'm pretty sure of it. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty convinced that the room with the most chairs is actually the Chapel of Anticipation. If you start the game on the left side in the chapel, you got some bookshelves and an incredible amount of chairs in front of it. I don't know if they made it. Yeah, if they placed them intentionally there, but I think it might be. Maybe the bookshelves and the chairs in front of them is hinting at some kind of plan or connection or some kind of hidden in them. I don't know. Soft cotton 2. Hmm. Alright. The soft cotton is also really rare. 1 smithing stone 4. A lump of flesh. Smithing stone 2. Oh. There also aren't night lords. They actually fight against the night instead of for the night. And when you defeat them instead of the usual night, balance disrupted. Yeah, I've heard about that. I haven't fought. I only fought them for the Scholar Remembrance. I don't know how familiar you are with my perspective, but I think in the end, everything they design is supposed to mirror the story of the main characters. And I think the balancers, at least to me, they seem to be inspired by the story of Marika, of the real Marika, who shattered herself in the Elden Ring. I think that's what inspired the balancers. And especially because I've mentioned that before in some of my streams, and because I think a part of the cosmology in Elden Ring is probably heavily inspired by the Eternal Champion, or at least by the cosmology of the Eternal Champion. It's a pretty common cosmology where you have the principle of forces of order and chaos. And both extremes lead to some kind of death to the universe, where, for example, chaos is burning everything to the ground, and the extreme of the principle of order also leads to some kind of stagnation, where everything is frozen to death, or it's stagnating also some kind of lifeless universe. So, but there's some kind of third principle or force in the universe, which is called the balance. It's not very clear if it's an own principle or a force, or even some deity that it's behind it, but it's just about the concept of when one of the extremes are taking over too much, the balance is what it's what try to balance it out again, which works against the extremes, right? And I think when Marika shattered the Elden Ring, it's somewhat it's an act of balance, because order was about to taking over, and I think it was a really important turning point. And it is probably also the reason why in the Undertaker Remembrance, I think there was one where Earth Tree leaves began to fall, and you got a message of something like, when we fall or so, then balance is restored or something like that. I can't recite this, but I think you get what I mean. think there was a little illusion where it was about the falling leaves and therefore the shattering and yeah, creating balance once again. It's really interesting. There are a lot of enemies which I think are used to refer to Radagon containing Marika's soul. And if you pay attention, there are a lot of in a lot of cases you get for example this Bloodhound Knight, which could be associated with Radagon in some way because he was, as I have portrayed him at least, yeah, he was some kind of had some bloodthirsty moments at least. And a lot of those enemies or mini bosses are carrying some kind of blue item with them. In this case, it was the Cerulean Ember Medallion, for example. And I think it's supposed to be a little nod to the circumstances that Radagon contains Marika's soul, which is in most cases associated with the color blue. In the Earthboar Cave, for example, another one with a spectre tree, candle tree, there's a room beer carrying the for example, there's a room beer carrying the Spelldrake talisman. So once again, a blue item. It's really interesting. I don't know about the others, though. I think the others are more often found as an item on the ground, for example, or so. But there are a lot of blue items carried by some kind of mini bosses, which could be associated with Radagon. I think. It's just interesting. Yeah, and here we go. The Slumbering Wolf check. Slumbering Wolf check. So, I don't know how much you remember of what I said on my streams and my videos, but do you guys have an idea what Latenna is paralleling here? Because I have an idea, and it fits really well with some of my other interpretations. Wolf being his warrior spirit. So, I think in the story of so, as my interpretations are, and it's probably also the reason why we can see the Chapel of Anticipation from here quite well. I think the circumstances here regarding Latenna and the slumbering wolf, I mean, it's called the slumbering wolf shack. I think it's about us as Godwyn sleeping in the Chapel of Anticipation, and it's probably also the reason why we can see it from here. So there was a time or a point in on the timeline where Godwyn, after his escape, ended up in Stormvale and the Chapel of Anticipation. But yeah, but he wasn't. It wasn't. Yeah, but they haven't succeeded in his rebirth, and he kind of fell in a deep sleep in the Chapel of Anticipation. And Latenna is actually a Melina parallel. Latenna is the seems to parallel Melina. There are some moments where it becomes recognizable, especially at the end of a quest line, because she yeah, is a spirit that is that chose to accompany us on our journey in some way, and the dialogues are just interesting, I think.
Foul tarnished. What do you want? I told the all-hearing brute that I possess no such medallion. Or have you come to take more from me? Was my other half not enough? I told the all-hearing brute already that I possess. Or have you? Was my other?
Oh, I can't. Progress. Yeah, gotta take it to a giant on the mountain, seems about right. Yes, it's really interesting because I think it's not actually a giant. I think because she's called a towering sister, because she's so big, towering sister. I think it's more a reference to the Urge Tree. Her big sister is Marika in the Urge Tree, I think. I mean, it's also said, like, this rune, for example, do you see the Urge Tree towering over there? And a similar wording they are using with Philia, she's called, I think, the sister. She's calling her towering sister, as far as I remember. Okay. Yeah, okay, let's check the aisles and these surroundings over here. They put a rune arc right next to Latenna as well. Is that so? I haven't found a rune arc. Or where do you mean? Right off the shack, looking at the chapel. Oh. I will take that with me when I can progress further. The glass shards. I was wondering if the glass shards might be a reference to tarnished, because it said glass shards covered in dirt. I'm just wondering. Oh, we got 3 tarnished sunflower over here. 3 tarnished sunflowers. An earthy flower right next to it. Next to them. And a turtle. And 1 demi human. Once again, an arterial leaf.
Oh, well. It's been a long while. It's me, Patches the Untethered. I'm still in business, if you can believe it. Now I'm my only supplier, so I haven't got much. But everything here is top-notch. Patches Emporium, now open in Rea Lucaria.
Yeah, Patches is the only one selling glass shards. Shard of filthy glass, worthless rubbish. I just realized that they have an extra. These are different item descriptions than you usually have in your inventory.
Cheers
Wait
for
a second.
that.
Can you see them in your inventory as well? Oh yeah. Oh man, we have a whole other different page, which I might have to check. What if there's sometimes a little additional info in there when you not read the full description, but the summarization of the description? Yeah, I don't know. It's something And there is something that I thought about too. Just can't remember which item he had before.
Forgot something. No trouble to me.
So I think he already had the gold pickle foul feet. I think what what he added to his inventory is the pestering bloody fingers. I think he might already had 5 when we met him the first time, and he now have 5 additional ones. And the same goes for the great arrows and the ballista bolts, as it seems. So you got 5 festering bloody fingers additionally, 10 great arrows and 5 ballista bolts, I think. Maybe even the S stock. It could also be that he had not the S stock before. I don't know. Hey Mazax. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that you enjoyed the videos, Nate. How do you feel about Godwyn not being the DLC final boss or not a DLC boss in general? I hear a lot of people saying it's an incomplete DLC story, but I heavily disagree with what you say. I think, yeah, I think the solution to it all is just that, yeah, that we are Godwyn, and therefore, it's probably the reason why we don't see much more of Godwyn in the DLC. That's my take on it. And it might even be that the at the end of the DLC with the fight against Miquella and Radahn might be a bit anticlimactic on purpose, so that you are left wondering and asking yourself, is that it? What did I miss? I think it's yeah, I think it might be even anticlimactic on purpose, maybe, so that you are yeah, left with questions and that you are still wondering. And I think there's even a little hint in the story, in one of the trailers. If you've, I don't know if you remember what I said about game trailers in the video, Let's Finally Crack Elden Ring. I think even in trailers there are sometimes little hints to specific circumstances, and there are even, I think they even hinted at that it is actually Godwyn or us who is Miquella's real promised consort. The whole DLC, in my opinion, is more of a fever dream, in my opinion, and it was actually Godwyn who was his promised consort in the real world, in the lands between. In the Land of Shadow, which is in my opinion more of a dream world and a fever dream. He's ending up with Radahn because of, I think there is some kind of parallels going on with other stuff, but when it comes to Miquella, in my opinion, it was actually Godwyn who was his promised consort, and that it was Godwyn, or that we are Godwyn. I don't know if you remember the video, but for example, the line, "At long last you are returned, Lord Brother," etc., might contain a double meaning where it's actually us. And yeah, it's really interesting. I can usually this stream is not about
Try to find it in your heart next time.
I thought about, yeah, I only share gameplay, but just let me check. In one of the trailers to Shadow of the Earth Tree, let me check. The trailer is ended with the cutscene of Mikela, where he's speaking to his brother. It's kind of interesting because right before you see Mikela in this trailer praying to his brother, us as the main character, as the player, is shown there right before Mikela's praying to his brother. And these scenes not only are directly subsequently following on each other, it's also connected through the background music, because they sometimes have in trailers like parts in the trailers that are linked to a specific background music. And so sometimes they have like 2 parts in the game trailer, or sometimes even 3. It's really interesting, and there's some stuff that I will point out in the Godfrey series as well. So let me see which trailer it was. It was the launch trailer. Just look at the launch trailer. Just the end, because it's also interesting that the last 2 scenes in the launch trailer, they are connected because there's they are changing the soundtrack in the background, and the last 2 scenes are us as the player walking towards Mikela. Then they are showing Mikela praying to his brother. And in both of these last scenes, they are playing Santrina's soundtrack. It's Santrina's soundtrack, and if you, it really fits incredibly well with my theory, where Mikela was actually Santrina as Marika's apprentice, who was supposed to wait for Godwyn's resurrection. And I think they hinted at that at these circumstances even in the launch trailer at the very end. Just take a look.
Forgot something on your shopping list. No. By the way, have you met that girl Raya? She's a strange one, but I believe she was in need of help. Not that it's any of my business, but if she rings your bell, why not lend her an ear?
If she rings your bell.
You're making your way to the Erd Tree, no? Well, I heard something that might help. A special means of reaching your destination. Have you ever seen an Iron Virgin? The clunky contraptions are whirlwinds of sickles and spiked wheels. But long ago, they were endowed with a spell of transposition. And get this, a surviving virgin sits at the bottom of the big water wheel in the Academy of Rhea Lucaria. Its transpositional powers fully intact. So right, if you get caught in it on purpose, it'll chuck you out straight at the base of the Erd Tree. Or so I'm told. Oh yeah, great story, isn't it? I'll tell you as many times as you like. There's a surviving Iron Virgin at the bottom of the big water wheel in the Academy of Rhea Lucaria. And I heard if you let yourself get caught in it, it'll chuck you out straight at the base of the Erd Tree. Stingy little beggar. Try to find it in your heart next time, eh?
Yeah, Mikela was, or Santrina was, always, related to dreams, even in the base game, so it kind of fits the whole theme.
Forgot something on your shopping. No, no.
So, let's see. Okay, nothing interesting. Seeing a
Try to
little
find it in
beggar.
your heart next.
There you go. Wow, you can see how transparent the earth tree is from here.
Hello? Hello? Please. Over here. Hello. It's rather chilly here, isn't it? My mistress sent me off on an errand, but I was accosted by a ruffian. And now I'm in a bind. Could I ask you lend a hand? Perhaps. That thug made off with a precious necklace. I need someone to retrieve it. Only, he too is tarnished. If you've any qualms confronting your own, I shall find another.
I wonder what happens if you refuse.
Yes, I see. Most unfortunate, but I'll have to make do. I know that some tarnished balk at the thought of harming their own. But if you should change your mind, do not hesitate to speak to me again. Have you had a change of heart? Oh, thank you dearly. What a blessing that we've met like this. The thug should be resting at an abandoned home down the way. Please, I must have the necklace back. The thug should be Please.
Thug. Over there. I shouldn't have changed the sacred, the skill of the sword. I mean, the holy skill would have been really nice now. Oh, damn it. Oh, god damn it. The claymore is doing an incredible amount of poise damage. Was it your boy? The death bird? Yeah. Yeah, he's our boy.
What are you looking at? You trying to start something, mate?
Give me the necklace. Should I just leave? I thought he might say something funny.
What the hell is wrong with you? You trying to start something? Piss off before I crack you in half.
Oh, he's such a bad boy.
What the hell is wrong with you? You trying to start something? Piss off before I crack you in half.
Give me the necklace.
That necklace what you're after, is it? Well, show me what it's worth to you, and I'll consider parting ways with it. I'm not in love with it or nothing.
What happens when I refuse now?
Think you're bloody clever, do you? Then how about you piss off, for I'll crack you in half.
Crack you in half. Why is he repeating that so often? Is it some kind of illusion? Crack you in half? Could it mean something? Or am I just reading too much into it?
This bloody swine. Decided to play ball now, have you? You'll be wanting the necklace then. Think you're bloody clever, do you? Then how about you piss off, for I'll crack you in half. This bloody swine. Decided to play ball now, have you? You'll be wanting the necklace then.
Playing ball.
You're a shrewd one, Chief. First, you hand me the runes. And don't try nothing, neither. All right. Take it. Thing's no damn use to anyone anyway. Your bloody idea, mate. Don't come crying to me later. Oh, piss off. What is it now? Oh, I see. You want some of me prawn? Freshly cooked it is. All right then. It's yours. If you can meet me price. I could be persuaded to sell you some other bits too. If you've got the runes.
Freshly cooked.
Oh. So you met the girl, did you? Alright, well. Sod the particulars of the matter. But it ain't my fault she's stupid enough to get duped. Is it? Anyway. She ain't alright, that one. Lucky she ain't died on the bloody roadside, I reckon. Marika's tits.
Ooh,
You must be hungry.
Hey, get him. Your comment got deleted. Which one? In the live chat? So I'm not actively deleting any comments. I don't even have moderators, so it's probably some kind of auto filter from YouTube probably. Oh, that's weird. Maybe I have to check the settings, but I don't remember that I've set anything up, so maybe it's some sort of auto filter by YouTube. Oh, we'll check that soon.
The thug should be resting at an abandoned home down the way. Please, I must have the necklace back. The thug, please. Oh yes, that is my missing necklace. Thank you kindly. I am in your debt. Did I forget to announce myself? I am Raya, in the service of Lady Tanith of the Volcano Manor. I seek stalwart Tarnished, who might join our house. You are very brave yourself. Not only a steady hand, but a steady heart. Merciless, even to your own kind. Such strength is precisely what my mistress seeks. Please, take this.
Volcano Manor invitation.
Brave Tarnished. Seek the Altus Plateau, the realm of the Erd Tree. Most Tarnished are doomed to wander the outskirts of the lands between, peering wistfully at the towering Erd Tree.
Towering
They
Erd
are
Tree.
no ordinary Tarnished. And once that is proven, the Volcano Manor will fully extend its invitation to fight amongst a family of champions.
We are no ordinary Tarnished. She just said. Oh, hey RJ. But I was trying to say that his threat probably tries to visualize an egg or the Elden Ring or even a tree. It cracks before it snaps, markers crack like a statue. Yeah, maybe it's about... how to say? Yeah, just wanted to say it's interesting that also Raya, even Raya is describing the Erd Tree as towering. The towering Erd Tree. And she's calling us no ordinary Tarnished. Wants us to join the family of champions. Okay, let's see. Where are we heading next? We got there something interesting. Oh, here's something interesting as well. There. Oh, let's change the order. Oh wait, I've already been here. I wish we could have the... Jesus. We could have the shield. The shield looks kind of Nice. By the way, I think I figured out why they're moving so strange. I think it's supposed to evoke the the imagery of them dancing, I think. Okay, guys, there's another little reference, I think, that is connected to Godwyn and his resurrection as a mimic tier. You might know that I've interpreted Big Boggart as a Godwyn parallel, containing some hints to Godwyn as in his resurrection and his escape to Stormvale. And right next to this shack with Big Boggart and some hints to Godwyn's escape and resurrection, we have 3 sleeping crayfish, 3 sleeping crayfish, but there's a 4th one. So there are 3 of them sleeping, but we got a 4th one, which is showing over there. And this is not an ordinary crayfish, too. So not only do we have 3 of them sleeping here, and 4 in total. I actually can't remember what items are there inside of this folly. I think probably 3 smithing stones. I don't want to trigger all of them. Yeah, but this one is... It's just that this one is... yeah, it's an ordinary one. Because it's actually mimic tier, turning into a grafted scion. It might be a little hint of the circumstances regarding Godwyn as a golden lineage member, leaving behind some kind of corpse with a tail fin, and the boiled prawn reference as well. Yeah, I think it's that what's why they placed them here. Yeah, 3 smithing stones. Okay, let's see if I can beat them. Oof. Why are these attacks so incredibly delayed? Oh, goddamn. For fuck's sake. Lobsters don't play. No, they don't. Hunting crayfish or lobsters is yeah, a serious topic. Gotcha. So, but that wasn't a real lobster. Ay. No. Oh. My God. I just think it's thematically fitting to Big Boggart nearby. That we get a crayfish, a mimic crayfish, turning into a gravid scion, linked to the golden lineage. Just as a little illusion, I think. Okay. This is something that I haven't figured out yet, but it seems like we got a Sites of Grace named Fallen Ruins of the Lake. And I think there's some kind of riddle going on with them. That if you look at all the items that they place on the Fallen Ruins here, on these three for example, maybe this one also counts. And there are two of them on the top, these two. So maybe all of the Fallen Ruins of the Lake create some kind of puzzle again with item placement and so on. That's my take, actually. Because there's also something going on with the follies. But that's something that I already figured out. But yeah, you might want to examine those on your own, because the pattern you might recognize is pretty obvious. It's just that you have to, yeah, just check them on your own, and you will probably recognize the pattern there, because it's almost at every folly the same. Almost on every folly there are placed smithing stones, but it's not exactly the smithing stones that are interesting, but the amount of them, because it's always the same amount of smithing stones placed in front of the Carrion Princess statue in every single folly in all of Leonia. No, not 2. It's 3. At almost every folly in Leonia, you will find 3 smithing stones. It even counts to the 3 follies on the Moon Plateau. It's always 3 smithing stones. And so the pattern that you have there is, yeah, it's always 3. And I think especially the follies on the plateau are pointing something out, because there you have even 3 follies next to one each other. So it's all about the number 3. And the Karen Princess statue. 4 tarnished golden sunflowers. Probably related to the 4 rainbow stones that we find next to it here. And I'm still wondering if even the finger reader crown might be related to the circumstances of the tarnished golden sunflowers and the rainbow stones. Because this one was staring at her, I mean. I don't think that they are pointing to 3 sisters. Not 3 fingers. The number 3 in general. I was mentioning the number 3 and its meaning an incredible amount of time. Incredible often. Guys, come on. The number 3. What does the number 3 mean? So here should be 4 rainbow stones. Yep. Let's check this one next. The number 3 is in general a sign of a bad omen. I mean, the number 3 is a bad omen in general. Mentioned in the four-toed foul-foot description. So we have a Karen princess, or a little maiden. And yeah, some kind of bad omen.
There you are. You claimed a great rune and had your audience with the 2 fingers at the round table hole. What was your impression?
They were magnificent. Nah.
Aha. Your intuition serves you well. My doubts had been piling up, you see. The words of the 2 fingers cannot be trusted. Truly, naught but rambling, senile delusions. I believe that when the Elden Ring was shattered, the 2 fingers were corrupted, their guidance skewed. Even worse, the fingers harbor no love for our kind. That's the part that irks the most. Oh, I have a gift for you. Something fit only for the wise. A means for circumventing the draw of the 2 fingers. Give it a try, won't you? And if it please you, may we meet again. I've high hopes for you, my lambkin.
I have to say, I don't want to continue Vari's quest line because lore-wise for my Godwyn run. You know, but what really is keeping me, what keeps me wondering is this enemy over here. I don't know why they placed it here, and especially why it is keeping respawning. Be right back, guys. Everyone go read JJK modulo? What is JJK modulo? But guys, when it comes to the number 3, I think as a sign of a bad omen is in most cases, I think at least that the number 3 is associated with some kind of death or an accident. It's peak, trust me. What is it about? Cursed blood pot. I don't know if I've ever seen this one in action. Beast blood, blood rose, beast blood. Yeah. There's definitely something going on with the cursed blood and spirits. Oh, we're getting an incantation nearby. Blood flame blade. Does it say something interesting? not really. I think I'll just leave the follies unchecked for now, so I can show you that almost all of that. I mean that all of them contain 3 smithing stones. Later, at some point. Oh, what have we there? Can't remember this one. We got a corpse in a chair with a white crab in front of it. There's so many strange corpses in chairs. Are you chill? Is he chill? Nope. Oh, goddamn it. I'm missing everything. But he isn't even attacking. He's just spamming sleep. Oh, now he goes for it. Okay. And just because I was at the side. Oh, come on. Let's see what this corpse has. I mean, 2 smithing stones, 2 smithing stones. Oof. All right. Does it at least point to something interesting? I mean, it's supposed to point at to the moon altar. Or is it pointing to something else? There's nothing really in the immediate vicinity. What if it's really about the moon altar? Maybe it's a riddle which is becomes only recognizable with all the other corpses in chairs. I don't know. I'm just speculating right now. As always, Most of the time, of course. Brainstorming. So this folly don't contain 3 smithing stones, but it serves something else. I think this one is supposed to just highlight the follies in general, why we find the sites of grace there with the name Folly on the Lake, because I think this sites of grace is just there to highlight the folly and or the follies, and there's something going on with them. Yeah, there's something going on with the Summer Smithing Stones. Not sure what though. Oh, once again, 4 tarnished golden sunflowers and an earthy leaf flower right next to them. What was it called? Earth leaf flower. Kind of a strange place that we have fire monks right in front of this swamp. I mean, there's a camp over there, but still. Yeah, the jailer has the Flame of the Fell God incantation. Ardan, I think. I think it was called Ardan, Thief of Fire or so. Or Thief of the Giant Flame. You remember the the chapter 3 of the Godfrey series, where I compared the Albinoid village with the circumstances in Castle Morn, where it was about the Tarnished being poisoned and slaughtered. I think this incantation over here might be a reference to the circumstances regarding Godfrey, that he was able to survive it all. It's a really special incantation in my opinion. Or is it an Ash of War? It's an Ash of War though. But it's a Vow of the Indomitable. It's special because it has no sigil. In my opinion at least. Vow of the Indomitable, skill of the ancient warriors of the Earth Tree. Old shield, love to imbue yourself with golden power, granting momentary invincibility. Maybe they place it here because Godfrey was the one who was actually able to resist the poison. That's my take on it. Guys, I think I'm making a break, or at least we'll end the stream at this point. And we'll continue the next days probably. So I wish you all a good evening, and yeah, thanks for coming by, having a chat, as always, and hope you're doing fine. So, bye bye to y'all.